Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager. With me as always and not pictured on your screen is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with our 2021-2022 Florida Panthers series. And Jeff, have we finally turned the corner? Could we, perhaps, maybe, even possibly be lucky enough to finally break our long-standing curse of streams?
Well, no, not that you've ruined it by mentioning it.
Did I say what it was? No, I just simply called it the curse.
You've hinted enough at it, but yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty well. I like where we are right now. We're, I think, first in the East?
Second
for first at least.
Yeah, 71 games played, 94 points. Can't complain about that.
Actually, well, we're even with Carolina. They're ahead on tiebreakers, I guess. But I mean, the way the roster looks right now, I like the depth, scoring up front. The D is finally. We were a little young last season. I think that's one of the reasons we got into trouble, and that's everybody's come along there. I think we've added probably, on average, about half to three-quarters a star across the board on the D.
Yep.
So we can cover injuries. We've got scoring depth. The rookies are playing well. Try not to screw this up, okay?
Yeah, well, trying as best I can. We got some cap flex room. We don't even have anybody injured. I mean, what could go wrong?
Request for the training screen, although you've got that set to
I do. So
have the assistant handle it.
Right now, if you go to manager options, you can see the option for set training. I currently have it set to the assistant. To get there, you click on roster.
Flip over to the training screen for a second, and we can at least show what the assistant's doing.
That's what I was going to go to roster, click on the drop-down box, and I want to go down to training. And I get a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, and right now, the AI is being a little, spreading itself a little thin as far as training goes, I think. I generally like the bonus numbers to be a little higher than, you see it's 10, 12, as low as 7, and wow, even 6 on defensive. So I wouldn't go that low. I'd probably try to keep it generally 12 or above, unless I've got a really young team and it makes more sense to, we're going to have a lot of young guys developing.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't want to drop anything below 10, though. I actually maybe want to take a look at that and check the AI routines and see why it's going that aggressively. It's the
we do have a young
choices
team.
It's making make sense, but it's that is true. That may be part of why you're seeing the AI do it that way.
So I
think we've only got one guy over 30, so
yeah. John Carlson's 32, and our oldest guy by far. So overall, we have a young team.
Yep.
They're playing fairly well though, so can't complain.
Speaking of young teams, some
Jeff.
Should we just rip the Band-Aid off now, and you got to deal with it sooner or later, Adam?
Jeff, I'm gonna kick you out of this call so that we don't have to talk about this.
So
the NHL season is over.
Vegas over Winnipeg.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And it looks like we're going to get a Vegas-Washington final, so should be interesting. I mean, I have no idea how they're doing it other than Fleury being the obvious Conn Smythe candidate this year.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons for sure.
But let me ask this though: is it less disappointing to lose now, or if you had made it to the finals against Washington and then lost?
It doesn't matter when it is; it's always disappointing, Jeff.
Yeah, it's more disappointing if you make it to the finals. Although I guess being a Jets fan, you wouldn't actually know that.
Jeff.
See, I'm actually turning the Canucks' failures into a positive. How do you like that?
It was a first time for everything. So you can see here at the trade deadline, we actually moved Johnny Gaudreau, and we moved Alexei Hebutami and picked up Michael Rasmussen and a first-round pick to help kind of reshape where our roster is continuing to go. I think, we have 3 first-round picks this next year, so that's pretty sweet. Ours, Edmonton's, and Toronto's.
Yeah, I mean, considering we've got a young team to begin with, we could look at, if we want, we can maybe either make a big trade or if we. So I mean, we're already got a pretty good prospect list, if I remember right.
Yeah, Edmonton is right near the top.
Springfield is going to be fantastic in a couple of years. Yeah.
Toronto's looking like a lottery pick, so that's not bad either. You know, there's.
But we still got 11 games to go in this regular season, so let's wind that up, get into the playoffs, and see where we go.
Yeah, we ended off, and a bunch of guys got waived. We kind of half debated if there was anyone we should really consider picking up, but couldn't really think that there was probably a reason to pick anyone up. So, I mean, I was talking about Joel Armia was a guy maybe we should consider, but I think we're kind of set with what we have. And I think Armia maybe... No, he expires at the end of this year, so not bad. But probably not a worry for us right now.
Yep, we've got lots of depth of forward, so I don't think, and even if we were to lose somebody to injury, Springfield has got a couple more guys that are at least 2.5 stars, or it looks like 3 actually that are 2.5 stars or better, so we can really fill for any conceivable injury we'd get.
You say that and watch half of our team go down and be like, well, I called that one wrong.
If you manage to lose half the team in 10 games...
Yeah, because that hasn't happened before. And we should actually, since we're talking about looking at Springfield, our AHL affiliate, maybe we'll take a peek on and see how they're doing as a reminder for everyone else. Because if you remember back previously, they have been doing pretty terrible. But I think they're starting to turn it around here. Just like us.
No, it doesn't help that we keep stealing their top players. They're 43, or their record's almost the same as ours, actually.
Yeah, they're 45, 21, 4 for 94 points. They're just in a really tough
But that's
division.
only good for 4th place in the Atlantic Division. Yeah, that's
3rd place.
Pretty brutal. There's 2 teams ahead of 100.
Yeah, so...
2 teams over 100 points already.
Should be headed to the playoffs. I mean, we grabbed Carter Hart as a new goaltending prospect.
Yep, he isn't really developing as well as he has in real life, but may still be able to salvage something there.
Yeah, but he can't even get in a game right now because Montrembeau is playing out of his mind.
Guy heated up, yeah. Speaking of which, we want to try and get, ideally, Hellebuck hot before this season finishes up.
You keep saying that, and every time that you say that, it just takes the fire away from him, Jeff.
I think one of the mistakes we might have been making was trying to keep him out of some of the games against the tough teams. But the way the hot cold system works for goalies, it's helpful to get a lot of shots on a guy, even if you wind up losing. If he stops, makes 40 saves and you lose 2-1, he's still got a pretty good chance of getting hotter.
What we know is you're going to have to make some adjustments for him being as how he played in the playoffs this year. And Peter Laviolette has been named head coach of the Houston Aeros. Help try and turn that franchise around. So we got a game here versus St. Louis. Going to play Hellebuck in net, sim it out, and he gets 1 heat despite the fact we lose 3-2.
See what I tell you? I called that perfectly.
All right. And Gabe Vildari improves on right wing. Sweet. Too bad we lose a game, but hey. You just simmed ahead, didn't you? So you could see that.
Nope, I didn't do anything. I'm still sitting on the original date and the save I've got.
Game versus Dallas. Do we play Hellebuck again, back-to-back? He liked that previously.
Dallas is kind of middle of the pack, so I think you could go with either guy here.
We're going to leave him, put him in back-to-back nights, and gets the win, overtime win, 4-3, but stays just 1 heat.
Yeah.
Matthews scores, Suzuki ties her up, and ended up going to a shootout where Matthews and Borkstrand scores, and that was enough to get us the win. All right. Excellent. Jamie Benn is now over 900 points on his career as well. Not a bad go for him.
No.
previous to last week's episode, you were telling me about a interesting story that I happened to read on. That I did a little bit more research about a possible NHL prospect who might be falling out of the league because he's addicted to playing video games.
Oh yeah, did you hear anything more about that? I haven't seen anything since that original article.
I hadn't, but a lot of people on our Twitter, who follow us on Twitter, hadn't seen it either, and very much enjoyed.
I just saw it on Reddit. It was, yeah. So this, I don't know if the speculation it's just still if it's Joe Levy, or I really hope not, but.
Well, a lot of people agreed though that needs to be added as a storyline for Franchise Hockey Manager. About possibly the person being addicted to playing Franchise Hockey Manager.
Actually, yeah. Hang on, I'm going to make a note here on that. And
absolutely. If you
I can do that really easy in the storyline editor.
I have some familiarity with that as people who follow us know. What I said would be nice is if we can take the next step that the player eventually comes back as a GM in 25 years. I've been playing Franchise Hockey Manager since I was a first-round pick. Although I can imagine...
But there should be a possible upside to it. Like, the guy can improve his hand-eye coordination if he's playing something... Well, I guess not FHM, but he'd be playing a different game. So maybe it goes good, maybe it goes bad.
Well, we could write several ones, yeah. I kind of like this, Jeff. Could write it multiple ways. But again, we're going to upset somebody at some point when all of a sudden Sidney Crosby retires at age 18 before he even plays in the league in historical mode.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you'd probably want to put a fairly young age limit on it, and if he can't be, I'm assuming nobody would be stupid enough to, who's making, $9 million NHL salary or something, wouldn't let that happen.
Oh, we say that, but then we're seeing some baseball players, go out with injuries from playing video games, or so they claim.
Oh yeah, repeated injury from Fortnite.
Yeah. Khrushchev still just wants too much money. Can't do it, man.
What's he asking?
He's still asking $2.4 million.
What's he asking for now?
$2.4 million for a raise.
What's our cap?
Not when I can qualify him for $941,000. It's just too much.
Yeah, true.
If he wanted to,
although you'd suspect he'd be headed to, if we give him a low ball qualifying offer, he's going to head to Russia next year.
That's possible.
Or Switzerland, because he's got both nationalities, so he's going to Europe if we don't find some money for him. But it's not. I mean, the thing is, he's pretty much maxed out his potential at this point, even though he's only 22. He might get a little bit better, but he's never going to be more than, I don't think, a third liner for us.
As I've quietly been playing games here, we've got to 100 points now. So we're 46, 22, and 8. And Hellebuck is heated up to 3 fires. So then
okay, see, working out good.
And Jacob De La Rosa is on waivers.
Just looking at possible playoff opponents for us now. It looks like the Metropolitan Division's got the fifth place team there has got a fairly big advantage over Tampa, the fourth place team in our division. So we're probably going to get a crossover there.
Tough.
If we can finish first, we're going to get them.
Man,
possibly the Islanders.
Minnesota's playing terrible, and they just destroyed us 3-0. And we just lost John Carlson for 3 months.
Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna have to. Oh, we were carrying 8 defensemen, so we don't have to bring anybody up. But that hurts. Fleury.
Yep. But 3 months, so he's.
I would redo the lines. Carlson's a little too. Or actually, no, Carlson was playing on the second pair, so you're probably okay putting Fleury in there. Although I'd maybe think about And no, they're all pretty much the same. I was going to say maybe put Jake Bean into that spot instead, or Quinn Hughes, but
Quinn Hughes is getting lots of power play time, so I'm not too worried about that. I think that's probably gonna be okay.
Yeah.
The bigger concern is right now Glenn Godwin does not need to be our number 2 center. We'll just move everybody down one, as we hope Suzuki gets back sooner rather than later.
On the upside, Carlson hasn't really been producing offensively. It's not going to kill our scoring, at least.
Yeah, but man, that hurts. He kind of went out last year,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, too, right before playoffs.
Let me check his injury history. Ruptured his MCL and was gone for the end of the year. He was actually gone he didn't show up until right after the end of training camp this year. He got hurt in February.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's gone 3 months now.
Oh, if you have a look at his player screen, check the injury tendencies. Those legs are looking awful red.
So the question is, do we look at... We'll have to watch the waiver wire to see if anybody interesting pops up.
Yeah, although I think we can probably take one more injury to a defenseman before we're in serious trouble.
Oh yeah, his legs are starting to be vulnerable now. So 3 to 4 months. Oh, that hurts.
And if I remember right, I don't think there was really that much in the way of defensemen on the waiver wire. It was mostly forwards.
Well, there's been some guys as of late. Ooh, Hellebuck just lost 1 heat rating.
Well, we've got, 3 days left in Carolina, or 3 games left, Carolina, Nashville, and Philadelphia.
Oh, at least we made it to 100 points.
Yeah. I think we pretty much have to play Hellebuck against Carolina.
Well, I kind of just want to play Hellebuck straight out, to be honest. And just...
Yeah, the games are... We've got a little break before the next one, so he'll be rested at least.
All right, development report here. And... nobody's going down, which kind of tells you how young our team is.
Yeah, we've got nobody. Well, one guy, the only guy over 28 is Carlson, who's injured. So we're probably heading into the playoffs with an average age of guys who are actually in the lineup now of about 24.
Which isn't bad. Let's see. Oh, Xavier Simoneau's had a good year in Drummondville. Ato Iguchi up to 44 points in 50 games in the dub. That's not bad. And 60 points in 72 games for Vyacheslav Tobiska. Not bad at all. Our number high pick was Patrick Jory, a half-star talent, 4.5-star potential. 39 points in 30 games. Hopefully we can get him to come overseas this next time. But there's no guarantee on that. Maybe this next draft will have to be very defensive heavy for us. Get some defensive prospects.
Possibly, yeah.
And just because it's the end of the month, we're, of course, taking a look here. Board confidence. Vinny Viola is very disappointed since we went 4-7-1 in the last little bit. But we're headed for the playoffs, so he can't be that mad at us. We also don't have a national team right now either because we weren't really getting any great offers. So.
Yeah, we may get some better ones this offseason if we do reasonably well and get the reputation up a little bit more. Be nice to have somebody that's close to the 8 pool at least.
Suzuki is almost ready to be back. Almost 100%. If he's almost 100%, should I put him in?
No, I'd sit him until he's ready. You don't want to get him. There's a high risk of injury for the guys who aren't who aren't completely recovered from an injury yet, so it's not really worth putting him in now.
All right, we beat Carolina to get our 102nd point of the season and move into third place.
So where are we? Third overall or third in the conference?
Third in the conference.
Third overall must be.
We are currently, if I click on standings here, third in our conference and fifth overall. Calgary's running away at 111 points through 81 games, though. Oh, wait a second. I need to go back there for 1 second. Edmonton slipped down to third. All right. Edmonton's probably playing for a better record. Wait a second. I got to look at that again. Wow. Edmonton is 31-7-1 at home and 20-20-1 away. They are pretty bad on the road.
Well, what are they doing to the ice in Edmonton?
Tilting it in their favor, apparently.
Yeah.
But wow. Tough to beat Edmonton at home, but they are not great anywhere else. Alright, game again versus Nashville. Sim it out, and we get another win. Hellebuck pulls off back-to-back wins. Stays only at one heat, though. Nashville, 95 points. We're up to 104.
So I think we got to, even though it's not really going to matter in the standings, I think maybe you want to put Hellebuck in for this last game against Philadelphia just to hopefully ensure he stays relatively hot going into the playoffs. If you're not playing him, there's a chance that he'll cool off a bit.
Well, there's no reason to take him out. Nick Suzuki is back, so we're going to get him in immediately and take out Godwin. And that just bumps all our centers back down, which gives us a little bit more balance throughout the lineup. And game versus Philadelphia here, so we'll sim this out. And we pull off another win, but Hellebuck stays only at one fire. We pile on 43 shots against Calvin Pickard in Philadelphia and win 6-1.
So pretty solid regular season.
Yeah, so
at least nobody else got hurt.
Look at points here. Matthews finishes the year.
And who are we getting in the first round?
92 points. Tippett's got 59, 57, 54, 50. So we have a lot more balanced scoring other than, Matthews running away like a freight train.
Yep. But I mean, there's pretty good scoring depth all the way down to the third line at least.
Yeah, well, even the fourth line's contributing.
Yeah, they are too. Which can be useful in the playoffs.
Alex Turcotte, in his first rookie campaign, 10 goals, 18 assists for 28 points. Very respectable.
Yeah, I mean, pretty solid considering
he's playing
the amount of playing time he had.
Yeah, fourth line minutes, you can't ask for much more than that.
Yep.
So we'll sim ahead and see who we end up having. Actually, just before we do that, let's look at the league-wide stats. And we can see McDavid leads with 49 goals. Patrick Laine is 43. Matthews is at 42. Scheifele leads the league with 63 assists. 4 more than Seth Jones. Points, Connor McDavid, 106. Draisaitl's 98. Matthews is 92. We actually have then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys who are above a point a game players. And several more who are point a game. Yeah. Edmonton's kind of dominating most things here, interestingly enough. Patrick Laine led the league with 21 power play goals, followed immediately afterwards by Bo Horvat. Matthews tied for third with 19. Barkov was a plus 34. 10 plus points behind Draisaitl. Wow. Just looking over all the numbers, I don't see Florida popping up anywhere else there. So not bad. Can't complain too much. Click on goalie leaders, I guess. Just take a quick peek.
Hellebuck should have done pretty well in there. You had a good season?
I don't see him at all anywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
Oh, there he is. 37 wins. For 1, 2, 3, 4. For fifth place. Yeah, sorry. It's right there. And didn't appear on the loss list, which is always nice. But I don't see him anywhere else. Definitely not on the save percentage. So what did his year end up anyways? I guess we can take a little bit more closer look here. Hellebuck ended up with goalie stats. Played in 59 games, went 37, 17, and 5 for a 231 goals against and a 911 save percentage. Not exactly great numbers. I mean, the goals against is fine. 231 is not bad, but a 911 save percentage is not outstanding by any means. So we ended up finished second in the Eastern Conference. So we're probably looking at New Jersey-ish?
Yeah, I'm guessing whoever the wild card is, second wild card, New Jersey, the Islanders, somebody from the Met. Because I don't think the fourth team, the Atlantic, has made it in, have they?
Well, okay, it's the Islanders, yep. So we play number 5. Okay, so those numbers kind of messed everything up. So, playoffs. San Jose versus Calgary, LA versus Edmonton, Nashville versus Winnipeg, and St. Louis versus Colorado in the West. In the East, it's New Jersey versus Carolina, Rangers versus Columbus, Islanders versus Florida, and Ottawa versus Boston. Man, Pittsburgh didn't even make the playoffs.
It's kind of an interesting looking Islander team we've got. They got Cam Talbot in goal. They've really rearranged the roster. Tavares left, I think, is a free agent.
Yeah, he was in Toronto.
Yeah, William Nylander went the other direction. He's their big scorer now. Matt Barzal is still in the island and doing pretty well.
Yeah,
they got Wayne Simmons too, although it looks like Simmons is pretty much done. He's down to 2 stars and he's barely scoring this year, so
yes, 9
it's probably the end of the road for him.
Games. Jordan Eberle.
They look to be they're quite a bit older than us and don't really have our depth, so I think we can do this.
You say that.
You want to show people how the wings finished?
You say that, but Phil Kessel's on that team, and he's probably going to absolutely destroy us. Where did Detroit finish? Let's see. 16th place in the Eastern Conference. 54 points there, P-Wog. They suck.
So dead last overall.
They suck. Johnny Gaudreau did not help them. He only got 11 points in 20 games.
Ouch. Well, it's not like he has much of a supporting cast there either.
Well, Taylor Hall's
They
there.
need to get some youth in there.
And Kyle Posko. Yeah, Tyler Myers, former. Oh, did we not have him in this game? I thought we had brought him in at some point. Nope, apparently not. Okay, never mind then.
Don't think so.
Different game.
He wound up with the expansion team in Houston, and it looks like the Wings got him from there.
All right, looking at nominations. Hart Trophy, not us. Vezina Trophy. Garrett Sparks, Jake Allen, and Mike Condon. Okay. Norris, Noah Hannafin, Rasmus Ristolainen, and Seth Jones. Hard to argue with that. Calder. Albin Gribu, Grigory Desenko, and Vladimir Chikayov. All right. Executive of the Year. Come on.
All Europeans.
Not us. Carr Snow, Pierre Dorian, and Bob Torrey. Boo. Oops, skipped one. Lady Bing is Brandon Saad, Eric Carlson, and Ryan O'Reilly. Selke is
Nothing
Bill
for the rest of there either.
Ricard Raquel, and Ryan O'Reilly. Mark Messier. Aaron Ekblad is up for an award. The Mark Messier Award.
Oh, there we go. He had a decent year. It wasn't the big year that he had last year, but still pretty solid for us.
Ted Lindsay
Glad we got
Award.
him locked up long term.
And the Jack Adams.
Speaking of long term, he's got.
Not us.
We've got Ekblad at 3 more years for $7.5 million, which is looking like a pretty good deal. But you heard of the real life deal that's apparently getting done this week?
For Ekblad?
Your old buddy Evander Kane?
Oh, yeah,
No,
I
Kane.
heard that. I laughed.
$49 million for 7 years. I really want to see what Evander Kane's doing at 33 to earn $7 million.
Yeah. Okay, game versus Islanders here. We've been playing fairly well. We've been simming out. Hellebuck's back being cold, because of course he is. And Cam Talbot has 4 fires. Jeff, this is not looking good. Sim it out, and... oh, we get the win. 5-2. Oh, sorry. Wrong. 8-3. My bad. I was looking at the wrong score. We stomped them all over the place. Beat them up and down the ice. We piled on 36 shots to only 16 for them. Matthews, Tippett, Huberdeau, Barkov, Kirchev, Matthews, Vildari. And assists by a lot of different people. Trying to get lots of people involved. Gotta like those numbers.
Yep, good start. And I'm assuming we cooled down Talbot a bit with that 8 goals.
I'm not sure. Not a lot of coolness on... not a lot of great defensive game ratings for us, but, you know, if we're going to put up 8 goals every game, that's going to help.
Doesn't matter.
A couple 40s, yeah, in there, so... all right, Alex Turcotte is feeling better about playing left wing. Good. Oops. Just accidentally moved the screen there. There we go. And there we go. P-Wog trying to blame it on Mr. Z. I don't think it's got anything to do with Mr. Z anymore. Alright, game versus the Islanders still. Oh, okay. He fell down due to 3 fires. So as bad as it was, he's got a 769 save percentage. Cam Talbot. Hellebuck's at 813. So this is not exactly great goaltending right now.
Yeah, win's a win.
Sim it out, and it's a 4-2 win. We pile on 3 goals on quick in the first period, but give up a late one in the first. They get within 1 thanks to Phil Kessel, but Borkstrand comes through, makes it 4-2, and we coast through the third period. All right, up 2-0. Speaking of which here, I was just going to check to see how the AHL playoffs are going, as I think they start ahead of us. Yeah, they're into round 2. So, Springfield, okay, beat Lee Valley 4-1, and is now playing Rochester, and they're down 2-1 right now in the second round. So, good for them.
We didn't have to strip mine the roster before the playoffs either. That probably helped.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see the new Newfoundland team coming to the ECHL? Oh, we lose.
Oh, I saw
3-2.
somebody do a logo for them on Reddit today. Is that actually oh no, that's
The Newfoundland
that is
Growlers.
fictional. The Growlers, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like.
So they're have they released an official uniform or logo or anything yet? Or is
The official logo is out. Yeah, they have a Twitter page now.
I didn't see that.
I think it's just the. Let me see here. Newfoundland Growlers.
Does Growler have some special context in Newfoundland that I'm not
They
aware
did,
of?
yeah. It was.
Okay.
It's all tied to the dog, and actually the Twitter feed's actually kind of doing a fairly good justice on it here. I'm just gonna find because it talks about, and it's like it's all coming from this one photo of a guy from the World War II Newfoundland Regiment. So they're starting operations next. Says it's buffering. Is your screen still going, Jeff?
Yeah, mine's fine. It's maybe just be on PWOG's end.
Here's hoping. Game versus New York. Send it out and get the win. Still can't get hot, but Cam Talbot's now down to 2 fires. 4-3 win.
So we should be able to wrap this up.
Here's hoping.
Probably going to be tougher opposition in the second round. The Islanders haven't really done much.
Ooh, Eric Carlson's out 4 weeks. That sucks for San Jose. But yeah, so there'll be a new team to play in franchise hockey manager this fall. And let's go for Game 5 win, maybe. Sum it out, and no, we do not get the win. We lose. 3-2.
Okay, this is getting mildly concerning.
It's
But
only
let's
3-2.
finish it off here on the road. Yeah. Still, we're quite a bit better than the Islanders. We should be able to take care of them.
You say that. You continue to say that, and I continue to worry. Game 6. Talbot's down to 1 fire, though. And we
well, we're
get
cooling
the
them off at
win.
least.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Guys come out firing, and it's a 5-2 victory. Ooh, they made us
Okay, so cruising into the second round.
not cruising. First period summary, no goals. Second period summary, they're up 2-0. And then we
We had 5 goals in the third.
5 goals in the third.
Wow,
35
nice
seconds
collapse
in,
there, New York.
4:32 in, 7:04 in, 10:41 in, and then an empty net goal with just over 20 seconds remaining. Nice. And again, all 4 lines. Brett Kemp scores, Turcotte scores, Ekblad scores, Bean scores, Hughes scores. Goals from everybody.
So what are the other playoff series looking like?
There was 1 sweep. And Nashville just beat Winnipeg. Edmonton won. And I missed what that last one was. So we'll take a look here in a minute. We're going to be playing Ottawa, though, Jeff.
Ottawa actually made it in.
Ottawa made it in.
That's kind of surprising. They were, when we started this save, they were, I think, like 10th or 11th in the conference.
So Ottawa beat Boston.
Maybe hot. It's an upset.
Columbus beat Rangers. And Carolina beat New Jersey. So it's Columbus, Carolina, and us versus Ottawa. And so then we have San Jose, New Jersey. Calgary beat. Wow, I can. San Jose, New Jersey. What are you talking about? Okay, let's try this again. Calgary beat San Jose in 7 games, and Edmonton beat LA, which means they're playing each other in round 2.
Battle of Alberta.
Winnipeg lost to Nashville, and St. Louis swept Colorado, so it's Nashville versus St. Louis.
It's actually upsets on both sides of the Central Division, so the Alberta team might have a pretty easy ride to the Cup Finals if whoever comes out of that one.
Maybe. So, game versus Nashville. This is what happens when my brain is just kind of half off today, because... all right, let's try this again. Game versus Ottawa. And I guess let's take a quick look at Ottawa. So they have Bobrovsky in net.
Although it looks like... Oh, no, he isn't backing up.
Chabot.
He was pretty hot at the start of the save. Has he cooled down any?
He's still 5. 5 heats according to this. So that's going to be fun.
At least
Shane
no more
Powers,
Erik Karlsson, at least.
Alexis Lafreniere, Thomas Hertl, Xavier Perrant.
That D looks pretty shaky.
Yeah, but they got a lot of good left wingers, apparently.
Yeah, but only one guy better than 3 stars at the forwards, Lafreniere, who's... Yeah, this is an older guy. You can tell this is something we did start close to. This is from build close to release last year, because I've jumped Lafreniere's potential up a bunch since then.
Yep, it is. We've been playing this since the game released.
Mark Stone still going strong for Ottawa, though.
All right, so Bobrovsky, 6 games, was 4-2 with a .939 save percentage in the first round. Hellebuck was, he was 4-2, 4 wins, 2 shutouts. Hellebuck was 6 games, 4 wins for an .892 save percentage. Ooh. So let's sim this out, and unsurprisingly, Bobrovsky stopped everything, and we lose 4-1.
Okay, because he basically got Ottawa by Boston in the first round. I'm wondering if he's pulled them into the playoffs too. So
very likely.
We've got a ridiculously hot Bobrovsky in front of us.
It's not looking good, Jeff. I'll say that much. It's not looking good at all.
That's only one game. We can come back. You may want to... I'm not sure what you would want to do tactics-wise.
I think we just got to roll with it as it is. Unless we go like complete high
Bobrovsky... I changed the shot targeting a little bit. Bobrovsky, and go for... and try to shoot high on him.
High glove or high stick?
Which he's lower at 1, I think. We're gonna get fewer shots overall on net, but where is he rated? He's you want to do it high stick side? He's a little lower on blocker.
So for those who want to see, you can see here blocker is rating 14 versus glove is 15.
And 16 on low shots, so our shot total is probably going to go down a little bit, but hopefully we'll be a little more effective on him, because we got to do something to get by him, or else he's just going to roll over us no matter how bad the rest of the team is. We can't win if we can't score.
High stick, right, you said?
Oh, and the Caps and Tampa, as Guda just said, finished 4-0 for Capitals, so Ovechkin finally gets his final.
And we lose again. We only score 1 goal. Lose 3-1. Still got 28 shots on net. Outshot them, but just can't get them by. Bobrovsky.
Yes.
Everybody else is 1-1.
Yeah, that's the thing. You run into a hot goalie, and there's just not much you can do about it. He's actually having kind of a comeback year. He's been had a kind of really bad year last year, and I guess he's just bounced back from that. He looked like he was finished, and now he's back to being Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky. All right, so another development report. Oh, lots of guys moving in the right direction.
But we're not worried about the future now. We're worried about the present, and we need to get some wins in Ottawa.
You're not worried about the future, but I am. It's something to distract me from this horribleness. All right, let's see here.
Come on, we've had in this game Canadian teams have won the Cup 2 of the last 3 years. We can't let that happen again.
It very well might happen again. Ottawa, play game, submit out, and we finally get a win.
There we go. Turned around. Victory. Come on.
29 shots to their 39. Oh wow! It was tied up with
good.
With 19 seconds left. Brett Kemp scores to put us up with 19 seconds left. Whew.
Okay, that's close. Now take another game back from him, and we'll get the home advantage back.
Working on it. And we have a Hall of Fame nominee selection, so we are going to... We can nominate Glenn Wesley, Steve Larimer, Patrick Elias, Steve Duchesne, Doug Waite, Martin St. Louis, Alexander Mogilny, Doug Wilson, Alexei Kovalev, or Brian Bellows.
St. Louis.
You say that, I think Patrick Elias is a better selection there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Elias because he played some important roles on some Cup teams.
Okay.
St. Louis kind of ruined it a little bit for me with the way how he went out of Tampa Bay. Sim, another game and we lose again. Oh man. 6-4 loss.
Oh yeah, okay.
We
can't be letting in 6 goals against
we were
goalie.
down 5-0 and actually got back to 5-4 before.
Wow.
So we were trying.
Right on the brink here. We got to win at home.
All right, game versus Ottawa. I'll play this one out. Our defense is better than their offense, and our penalty kill is better than their power play, but their defense is better than our offensive penalty kill.
Well, their goalie is.
For sure. And Nick Suzuki puts us up 1-0. Alright. And Rasmussen scores to make it 2-0. At the end of the first.
Okay, so at least we're not going to get embarrassed at home, hopefully.
No. We've pulled some of the momentum our way, but we gave it back. We're out shooting them. And Borkstrand scores to make it 3-0. Not bad, not bad. $25 shots to 17. And Barkov scores to make it 4-0.
Okay.
Laying
Cool down Bobrovsky a little bit. It'd be nice if we could get Hellebuck hot for Game 6.
And Marchation
Tag
scores.
question.
5-0.
Is Rasmus Dahlin in game? Yes, he's actually playing for us right now.
Yeah, he was with Vancouver, but we got him off that team. And CC breaks the shutout. 5-1.
Rasmus get him from Vancouver. We drafted him.
We did not. We got him from Vancouver. Ekblad scores to make it 6-1. And we stomp it down.
No, Are you thinking of somebody else? Rasmus Dahlin. We drafted him. Oh. Did we get the pick from Vancouver?
Did we draft him? I swore we...
Yeah, we did.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different game. Okay, 6-1 win.
Okay, so...
That was... couldn't ask for a much better game.
That's a morale booster. Yeah.
Carolina has
So just
advanced
get through Game 6 and...
over Columbus 4-1. Every other series is 3-2.
And we know we can beat Carolina, but we need to get this Game 6 in Ottawa done. This is going to be the tough one.
Take it one game at a time, Jeff. One game at a time.
Yep.
And we will play this game again. Keep your eyes and see how it goes. Bobrovsky is still hotter than hot. 6 goals doesn't even slow him down. Matthews scores to put us up 1-0. Oh, somebody else scored to make it 2-0. Quinn Hughes.
Fast start. That's good.
3-0.
Maybe we got this guy figured out.
3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, Marchation scores 4-1. Oh, 4-2 now. Bauer scores. It is 4-2 at the end of the first. We're out shooting them 24 shots to 8.
In one period? Wow.
In one period.
Chilled him.
And another goal, 5-2. And they score 5-3. And 5-3 at the end of 2.
Okay, so just need to hang on through this period.
And we are shooting them 41-17 midway through.
Slowed down a little bit, but still pretty dominant.
5 minutes
Looking
left. Matthews scores to put it up 6-3, and that should pretty near do it.
Yep. It would be nice if Bobrovsky would cool down a little bit.
6-3 win.
this.
Bobrovsky takes one fire off.
Well, it's something. So we got that last home game, Game 7 now.
Aaron Ekblad had 4 assists, playing 26 minutes and 39 seconds of ice time.
Nice.
Every other series is tied up 3-3 except for Carolina. Pushing it to the brink. Game 7, round 2. Florida versus Ottawa. Let's do it. And Matthews snaps one in under a minute in. Make it 1-0 for us.
Basically the same thing the last 3 games. Jump on them quick.
Matthews has been ready to score. Whew. All right, back and forth. We were badly out shooting them again, but shots are 15-6 after the first, up 1-0.
Still, he'd won another goal there.
And we score again, 2-0. Matthews with the second goal.
And that's good. I mean, Matthews and Ekblad, the two probably best guys in the team, are the ones that are coming through when it counts. Good news there.
Yeah, that's what we need. And shots 26-17. We're up 2-0.
Slowing down offensively, it looks like.
They're probably playing a little bit more tightly defensively. And it's 2-1 with 15 minutes left. Barkov comes through and scores to put us back up 3-1.
No, I was just going to say, do you want to start playing a little more defensively with about 5 minutes left? But
nah,
maybe no need now.
We play the same way we got here. 44 shots to 21 now. Pressure's on, under a minute left. And we win it. Come back from 3-1 down to pull her off.
Comeback. Finally, I think that's... Have we had a big comeback like that in the playoffs yet in this game? I don't think so.
Don't think so. That's our first big one. Wow, 3-1 victory.
There.
Woo.
Most impressive playoff
just got an achievement. Won a 7-game playoff series after being down 3-2. The guarantee.
Oh, sure. It would have to be the Messier one.
And I believe Calgary just upset Edmonton. Yeah, they did. It is now Calgary versus St. Louis and Florida versus Carolina for the Cup.
Yeah, and I guess that's probably a good place to leave off. We can do what are hopefully the last 2 rounds next time.
Oh, Jeff wants to leave the cliffhanger, so I guess we will. Just before we go, let's take a look, see how Springfield ended it up fair and out. I'm going to guess they probably done. They did. They lost to Rochester 4-2. And the Marlies and San Antonio are...
Do you have a spare roster spot with Carlson out? You may want to pull somebody up from Springfield.
I do have one.
I mean,
spot.
you can do that anytime, but just
we still have Jacob Larson on defense, so we're doing okay as it is, I think.
It might not be a bad idea to bring up, say, Pierre-Olivier Joseph.
Just want to upset
just
guys,
to have him on the roster. Yeah.
No, not going to do it. Our team's playing fine as it is. You're trying to curse me, Jeff. I don't like that. So, with that...
It's not like you would have been doing anything anyhow, but...
Summary. So, in the playoffs so far, Matthews, through 13 games, has 18 points. Ekblad has 19. Barkov has 15. Tippett's got 12. Brett Kemp, 8 points. Can't ask for much more than that from your fourth-line center.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
We didn't even draft him. We signed him as a free agent, I think.
Yeah, he was. He was an undrafted free agent.
Yep.
So thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. Our Twitter is @Franchise Hockey. On our Twitter, you can also find a link to our official Discord. in our Twitter profile. If you want to come talk to us on our official website, that is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, and you will find our official forums. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, nothing I can think of. Just that we've still got the promotion with DraftKings ongoing. You open an account with them. I think you put $10 in, and you get the FHM 4 free with that. And we're also, since the Stanley Cup Finals are set and about to start, we can't say we're definitely doing it, but we traditionally do a sale around that way. So keep your ears for that.
Absolutely. All right.
Other than that, we'll be back next week with trying to avoid the Leafs 1980s disasters.
Yes. Thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.